Welcome to Nutrition Your Way. I'm your host, Cindi. This podcast is for those of you that finally want to have control over your own health and your family's health. This is for you if you don't know what to eat to help your chronic illness or even your child's ADHD. I will share with you how to easily swap out unhealthy ingredients in your food for healthier ingredients that won't make you sicker or affect your chronic illness. And yes, you can still eat your favorite foods. Other areas I will cover include how to remove toxins from your food and life, how to eliminate the overwhelm you have with your health, including how to read labels, meal plan and prep, and how to manage grocery shopping with ease. My goal is to make biohacking effortless. Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Nutrition Your Way. I'm Cindi, and today we're diving into the topic that affects everyone, nutrition for hormonal health. Not just women in menopause, all people, but I'm going to be mostly talking about for women. So we're going to explore how what we eat can impact our hormones at every stage of life, adults to those going through menopause. And whether you're dealing with mood swings, weight fluctuations, or just want to optimize your overall health, this episode is for you. So grab a healthy snack and let's get started. So let me talk a little bit about hormones. They're often called the body's chemical messengers, and for good reason. They play a crucial role in regulating nearly every function in our bodies, from metabolism and mood to reproductive health and sleep patterns. What many people don't realize is that our diet can significantly influence hormonal imbalance. Our diet impacts everything. Our diet creates chronic illness. So our diet is definitely going to help with the hormones. And today we'll discuss key nutrients and dietary strategies that can support hormonal health for everyone, regardless of age or gender, as men have hormones too. We'll explore how certain foods can help balance hormones like insulin, cortisol, and sex hormones, and how these dietary choices can impact your energy levels, weight, and overall well-being. By the end of this episode, you'll have practical, actionable tips to support your hormonal health through nutrition. So first off, we're going to talk about the basics of hormonal health before we dive into any specific nutrition strategies. So first, the endocrine system and major hormones. Okay, the endocrine system is a network of glands that produce and secrete hormones into the bloodstream. Key glands include the pituitary, thyroid, adrenal, pancreas, and reproductive glands. And the major hormones include insulin, which regulates your blood sugar; cortisol, stress hormone, which helps you gain weight; thyroid hormones, controls your metabolism; and your sex hormones, it regulates reproduction and secondary sex characteristics. So second, the signs of hormonal balance. So the second thing to talk about here: unexplained weight gain or loss, fatigue, mood swings or depression, irregular menstrual cycles, change in libido, sleep disturbances, digestive issues, and skin problems, either super dry or acne. And 3, factors that are affecting your hormonal health. Stress. Chronic stress can lead to elevated cortisol levels, impacting other hormones. In today's crazy, hectic life, people are functioning at a super high stress level, but they think that that's a normal stress level, and it's not. And if you went and had your cortisol levels checked, it'd probably surprise you that it's super high. Sleep. Poor sleep can disrupt hormone production and regulation. Sleep is where our body does a lot of restorative stuff at night, so you really need sleep in order to heal your body. Diet. Nutrition deficiencies and imbalances can affect hormone production and function. That's why we eat balanced diets. We don't cut out entire food groups. Exercise. Both too little or too much exercise can impact hormonal imbalance. If you've been listening, you know that when I talk about women in menopause, especially postmenopausal, if you're doing like an hour of super high impact cardio every day, you're raising your cortisol level and it's causing you to gain weight, not lose weight. So in postmenopausal women need more strength training. Even perimenopausal needs strength training. So how you exercise is super important. And the last factor is environmental factors. Exposure to endocrine disruptors like plastics, pesticides, personal care products. Soy is an endocrine disruptor. That all soy products, I avoid it because I have Hashimoto's for 23 years. But it is an endocrine disruptor, so it messes with your hormones. So understanding these foundations help us appreciate the complex interplay between our lifestyle choices and hormonal health. So let's look at this, talk about how the key nutrients that support hormonal health and how you're going to get them. So one would be omega-3 fatty acids. So their role is to support membrane health, reduce inflammation, and aid in hormone production. Sources would be fatty fish, salmon, mackerel, sardines, flax seeds, chia seeds, walnuts. And you would want to aim for at least 2 servings of fatty fish per week, or consider a high quality fish oil supplement. And I do have a suggestion for that, and I'll put that link in the show notes. Vitamin D. Its role is to act as a hormone in the body, regulating calcium absorption and immune function. And you get it from sunlight exposure, fatty fish, egg yolks, and fortified foods. So one thing you should do is get your vitamin D levels checked regularly, as deficiency is common, especially in colder climates. And it's not something that you kind of feel, oh, my vitamin D levels are low. You need to see it in the blood, in your blood work. I also have a really good supplement that I take. I'll also put that link in the show notes. B vitamins, their role is to support energy production, nervous system, and hormone synthesis. Where do you get it? Whole grains, leafy greens, legumes, nutritional yeast. Like I am lactose intolerant, so anytime I need to put like a cheese or something in a recipe, I use nutritional yeast. And you want to include a variety of B vitamin-rich foods daily, especially if you are on a vegetarian or vegan diet. But again, a lot of people don't even get enough vitamin B in their diet. Next would be magnesium. This supports hundreds of enzymatic reactions, including those involved in hormone production. Where do you get it? Nuts, seeds, leafy greens, dark chocolate. And you want to consider a magnesium-rich snack, like a handful of almonds or pumpkin seeds, like in the afternoon if you need a snack, because that's, you're getting your magnesium that way. Zinc. It's essential for thyroid function and production of sex hormones. Where do you get it? Oysters, beef, pumpkin seeds, lentils. You want to combine plant-based zinc sources with vitamin C-rich foods to enhance absorption. Iodine. This is crucial for thyroid hormone production. The sources will be seaweed, fish, iodized salt, dairy products. If you use sea salt or kosher salt, make sure you're getting iodine from other sources in your diet. There are a lot of salts out there, and table salt has iodine added to it, and so it's different than like sea salt or kosher salt or different other like Himalayan salt. So make sure you have the one that has iodine, but you can also get it in your food. So by focusing on these nutrients, you can provide your body with the building blocks it needs for optimal hormonal function. And all those listed above, you don't feel like you're missing them. You just have to make sure you're eating them to help with your hormones. So the third thing I want to talk about is dietary strategies for young adults. So for the younger listeners out there, here are some dietary strategies to support hormonal health. Balancing blood sugar with complex carbohydrates and protein. I tell this to everyone I talk to, especially my clients. Why does this matter? Stable blood sugar helps regulate insulin and other hormones. When you pair complex carbs with proteins at each meal, it helps you not have those sugar spikes from all the carbs or the sugar crash. And like I used to eat like a bagel and within 30 minutes I wanted to fall asleep. So that's when I learned that my body has to have protein with a carb. So some examples would be oatmeal with Greek yogurt and berries for breakfast, or granola on the Greek yogurt. But you want to make sure when you balance a protein with a carb, and this is especially helpful for diabetics. My husband is diabetic, and we make sure that he eats a protein with some of the fruit that he's eating so that it doesn't spike his blood glucose. All right, next would be incorporating healthy fats for hormone production. Why does this matter? Hormones are made from cholesterol and require healthy fats. Include a source of healthy fat with each meal, and I'm talking healthy fats, omega-3s, like I already talked about, avocado, olive oil, coconut oil. In fact, you can add an avocado to your lunch, salad or sandwich. I try to eat an avocado every day, because I love avocados. And if you are in menopause, perimenopause, postmenopausal, you need to eat more healthy fat than younger people, because that's what your body needs. You should eat at least 35 to 40% of your daily calories as healthy fat. And I know it sounds counterproductive, but I'm a macros coach, I'm a nutritionist, I'm a certified menopause coach, so I know what you need for your body, and you need to eat more. Eating plenty of fiber-rich foods for gut health. A healthy gut microbiome supports hormone metabolism and excretion. So aim for 25 to 30 grams of fiber per day from a variety of sources. That's for everybody. Many people, especially in America, don't eat enough fiber. And fiber keeps you fuller. Fiber is, like I just said, healthy for the gut microbiome. So an example would be apple slices with almond butter for a fiber and healthy fat combo. Because fiber keeps you fuller longer, and so you eat less. But we just need it for our gut and our intestines. And limiting processed foods and added sugars. I've been talking about this for nearly 20 years when I started as a clean eating coach. I cut out sugar 15 or so years ago because it was one of the top genetically modified crops in the US. And so I was like, I don't need toxins in my body. Excess sugar and processed foods can disrupt hormone balance. You want to focus on whole, unprocessed food and read labels to avoid hidden sugars. They're changing the names of sugars to confuse people. So please, if you are not sure, reach out to me and I will help you. You want to replace sugary snacks with fresh fruit or homemade. You can make these little homemade energy balls. I used to do it all the time. It's really good. You stick them in the freezer and they're really good. So remember that establishing a healthy eating habit in your younger years can set the foundation for a lifelong hormonal health. Next is nutrition for perimenopause and menopause. So as we age, our nutrition needs change. So here's how to support hormonal health during all stages of menopause. So increasing calcium and vitamin D intake for bone health, because declining estrogen levels can lead to bone loss. You want to aim for 1,000 to 1,200 milligrams of calcium and 600 to 800 IU of vitamin D daily. And that includes like dairy or fortified plant-based alternatives, leafy greens. And if you're not getting enough, definitely you want to consider supplements, but you want to make sure they're healthy, non-toxic ones. Again, I'll have a link for the vitamin D in the show notes. Consuming phytoestrogens. Okay, they are endocrine disruptors, so I do not promote this at all, but it is an option for those people that want to take it. Plant-based compounds that may help balance hormones during menopause. Any soy product, tofu, tempeh, edamame, I don't recommend those because they are soy and they are endocrine disruptors and they mess with your hormones. But flax seeds and sesame seeds, those are great phytoestrogens. So add flax seeds to your soups and stews. You can add it to your smoothies. Sesame seeds you can roast and just snack on. You can even add flax seeds to your oatmeal. Okay, so be careful with the phytoestrogens. Next we'll be focusing on antioxidant foods to combat oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is like rust on your cells. And over the years that you live, Your cells are getting sicker and sicker because of that rust building up. Think of an apple that sits on your counter and it starts to get all, moldy and like deteriorates. That's what oxidative stress does to your cells. But we don't see it because it's way inside our body. I take an amazing supplement that reduces your oxidative stress like a lot within the first 30 days. I'll add a link to that. It's actually helped my thyroid levels most of them get back into the normal range. But hormonal changes can actually increase your oxidative stress in your body. So not only are we ingesting toxins in the air and the food that are, kill our cells with oxidative stress, hormones are adding to it as well. So you want to eat a rainbow of fruits and vegetables daily and include berries, leafy greens, and colorful vegetables like bell peppers and sweet potatoes in your diet. I eat sweet potatoes like almost every day. I air fry them like French fries. They're really good. But yeah, I'll put a link for the Protandim that I take that actually puts way more of the antioxidants in your body than what you can even eat. You'd have to eat like thousands and tens of thousands of blueberries a day for what this one little supplement does. And then managing weight through balanced nutrition and portion control. So hormonal changes can make weight management more challenging. I'm postmenopausal, so I can understand that. And you want to focus on nutrient-dense whole foods and practice mindful eating, because nutrient-dense whole foods have all the nutrients you need to help your hormones, and you're not eating the processed foods that are just making you sicker. And you can use like a plate method if you're not sure. You want to fill your plate, half of it with non-starchy vegetables, and then a quarter of it with like lean protein and a quarter with complex carbohydrates. You don't want to skip the carbs. If you do not eat enough carbs, your body's getting the energy it needs from the protein you're eating, which is taking it away from building muscle, and you lose muscle mass. And as you get older, you need that muscle mass to protect your bones. So you have to eat complex, healthy carbs, and I can help you with that too. So the next thing let's talk about is lifestyle factors and hormonal health. So just remember, nutrition is just one piece of the puzzle, and other factors that influence our hormonal health include regular exercise. Remember, it helps regulate insulin, reduce stress, and supports weight management. You want to aim for at least 150 minutes of moderate intensity exercise per week. If you're menopausal, hold on, I'll get into that in more detail. And you want to find activities you enjoy, like dancing, swimming, or hiking, so that way you are doing the exercise and you're not getting bored and giving up, and then you're just hurting your body by not exercising. Stress management techniques. So this helps regulate cortisol and other stress hormones like meditation, deep breathing exercises, yoga, journaling. And you just want to start with 5 or 10 minutes a day of stress reduction practice daily, and just build from there. And I know it can take a lot. You don't have to sit with your legs crossed and listen to 30 minutes of meditation if you're not used to that. Start slow. Just do 5 minutes. And a lot of us, we are not breathing deeply as we need to. We all naturally breathe every day, or else we wouldn't be here. But it's short breaths, and then it causes tightness across our shoulders, and you realize your shoulders are up and hunched and not down. So if you just spend 5 minutes and just think about your breathing and slow it down, it's amazing what it does to your body. Okay, it definitely helps. And prioritizing sleep, it supports hormonal production and regulation, including growth hormone and melatonin. You don't want the artificial melatonin because it stops your body from producing it on its own. When you include artificial anything into your body, and it's something your body already does naturally, it's going to make it not do that anymore. So it really hurts you in more ways than one. So aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep per night. And you want to establish a consistent sleep schedule and create a relaxing bedtime routine. Like, don't watch TV or scroll on your phone right up to when you're going to sleep, because your mind is still racing. You want to kind of like gradually like slow your mind down. Okay. And limiting alcohol and caffeine intake. So it reduces disruption to hormone balance and sleep patterns. If consumed, limit alcohol to 1 drink per day for women, 2 for men. And then limit caffeine, especially in the afternoon. So a lot of people think like that alcohol doesn't bother you, but it definitely does. And just be mindful of it. And you can try herbal teas as a soothing alternative to a caffeinated beverage in, like the evening, or decaf coffee, either way. But you need to address these lifestyle factors along with your nutrition to create a holistic approach to supporting your hormonal health. So, as I wrap up today's episode, remember that supporting your hormonal health through nutrition is a lifelong journey. It's not about perfection, but rather making consistent, sustainable choices that nourish your body and balance your hormones. I help as a nutrition coach. I help my clients create these habits. It doesn't happen overnight. My lifestyle took 20 years to get where it is now. It does not happen overnight, but you have to start somewhere and just start with one change. And once you make that change, it becomes a habit after about 21 days to a month, and then you can make another change. But you have to start somewhere. So start by incorporating 1 or 2 of the strategies that I've discussed today and see how you feel. Maybe it's adding more leafy greens to your diet or swapping out processed snacks for whole food options. Small changes can lead to significant improvements over time. And again, if you're experiencing persistent symptoms of hormonal imbalance, talk to your doctor. But most Western medical doctors will not test your hormones. Your best option is to find a functional medicine practitioner who looks at the entire body to get to the root cause. And working with a nutritionist like myself will help you learn about how nutrition can help your hormones. So thank you for listening to another episode of Nutrition Your Way. Please share this with anybody you know that is having hormonal issues. I'll be in your headphones next week. And as always, don't forget to subscribe so you can be notified when new episodes are released. And if you like what you hear, I would love for you to leave a review. Thanks for listening today. I really appreciate you tuning in to the Nutrition Your Way podcast to learn about easy swaps, toxin-free nutrition, and how to biohack your family's health. Don't forget to subscribe here, and you can also follow me on Instagram at Cindi Stickle or my website cindystickle.com for the latest updates. Links are in the episode description.